Hey there, my name is John Siskovich, and I got a question on farmmarketingsolutions.com. Barack wrote in, and he had some tragedy. All of his baby chicks that came in the mail were DOA, dead on arrival. We're going to talk about what to do when that happens, how it stinks, and how to prepare for it in the future. So I got a heartbreaking message from Barack, and I'm sorry, Barack, that this happened to you at all. He's in North Carolina, and what happened was that he ordered a batch of baby chicks, and when they came to him, when he got them at the post office, they were all dead. And that can happen for a number of reasons. It can be mishandling by the post office. It can be a bad batch of chicks. It could be a freak occurrence where they sat in a hot truck. You know, you have a heat wave, and it happens that heat wave where it's 95 and above with 80 to 100% humidity happens right when your chicks are getting shipped, and they left on a truck for too long, or they're on a loading bay for too long, or they got too cold in the air conditioning, or they got too hot, or they went too hot, too cold, too hot, too cold, and for whatever reason, your birds are dead. Now you've been setting up your chicken CSA, your customers, you have restaurants, and you have to deliver to them, and now you have this problem where you don't have any product. What are you gonna do? The best advice here, and this hasn't happened to me where 100% dead, where it's happened where I've had losses and I've had to fall short on orders. This is where having a relationship with your accounts, whether they're retail, wholesale accounts, makes all the difference. That you are the small guy, you have a story, you have the best intentions, and you know, action is better than intention, because everybody intends to do great by the world, but not everybody acts that way. But if you've been clear with your marketing, if you've been consistent about having channels, open communication channels with your customers, your email newsletter, your Facebook page, your Instagram post, your Twitter post, your website, whichever way your customers come in contact with you, your farmer's market, your wholesale face-to-face accounts with a chef, or a restaurant buying group, or a hospital, or a school, you get the point. Having that relationship is when this becomes really important. It's really important for success when you have a flush of product that you want to move and not sound too salesy, but also when you're struck with tragedy and you have to fall short on orders because something like this happened. Now, in this situation, and it's been my experience that when you have a loss and you contact the hatchery, they'll refund you the price of all the dead birds. What stinks is that there's a couple week turnaround with dead birds to ordering new birds, because it takes 21 days to hatch a new bird again. So the hatchery needs to get the eggs, hatch them, and send them to you, and then there's a lag in your production, which can mean a financial hit for you, and it just looks bad for your customers. Now, what I would do in this story, or in this instance, would be to tell my story, say that this happens from time to time. It was a tragedy. The hatchery handled it really well. But at the end of the day, your hands are tied and you're gonna have to fall short on a few orders. And the customers who are have been in contact with you and you have a relationship with them, it's not the first time you're talking to them. You've been talking about chickens and raising chickens and how your family grows chickens and why you live this life very intentionally, and then all that throughout the year. When something bad happens, they're gonna commiserate with you, and you'll find that actually people will buy more, or you can turn it into a beneficial thing. You know, say we're gonna fall short on orders this week, but because we don't have as many chickens, we're down on labor, we're gonna do an open house and we're gonna invite everybody out to come see our operation and see how we manage with the birds that actually come here alive. You know, offer some kind of positive to go with the negative. Yeah, it really comes down to, in this instance, marketing. You know, we've had problems with the brewery that we had to solve with marketing. We've had problems with the farm that we've had to solve with marketing and language and conversation and relationships, and just building over time a set of dedicated customers who are not buying just because you have chicken, but because they want to buy from you. You're the important part in this equation, not the chicken. The chicken, yeah, anybody can raise a pasture-raised chicken in most areas of the world, What the difference is how you market it, how you tell your story, and the connections you make with the people who want to buy your product. So it feels weird in this scenario to like give a shameless plug, but I did write a book on marketing grass-fed chicken and eggs. And right in the beginning, in our philosophy section where we talk about the ins and outs of marketing, kind of mindsets to have, goals to set for yourself that are overarching no matter how granular you get with an Instagram strategy or a YouTube strategy or email list strategy. Your overarching theme with that is relationship marketing, where you're finding your customers, you're developing a relationship with them, and that will help that'll help you weather the storms that inevitably come your way. You can find my book at farmmarketingsolutions.com/store. You can also get yourself a fancy hat or a t-shirt, but that is all the plugging I'm gonna do for this video. I have one more question this week from Nolan. And it's about outdoor brooding. We're gonna talk about the variables that you would have to consider if you were gonna brood your baby chicks outside in tomorrow's video, Friday's video for the last one for this week. Thanks for taking the time to watch these videos. I appreciate your time, your energy, your effort, and I hope that you appreciate mine. I'm inside today because it's cooler outside and it's about to thunderstorm. And quite frankly, I love it down here. I set up this little studio and I haven't been here since the winter. Enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy your weekend coming up, and until next time, I will see you out in the field.